I'm gonna move that around. as the choir sings the national anthem.
Hello. Welcome, class of 2024, faculty, family, and friends. I would like to start off by thanking our family and friends who are here with us today. You have shaped us into who we are and have supported us through our school careers. I also want to thank our teachers and faculty who guided us through high school and prepared us for our future. We couldn't have gone through this experience without the support of the people closest to us. To the class of 2024, this is it. This is the moment that we have been waiting for all of high school. The early mornings, tests, hours, and school events have been leading up to this moment. You should all be incredibly proud of yourselves, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Thank you. Now I'm going to invite Mr. Shaw.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome Superintendent Med, Assistant Superintendent Gillis, Chairperson McLean, Leavitt faculty and staff, friends, families, and graduates. I want to thank you all for joining us of 2024. And also a special thank you to Angelo, the Leavitt Band Chorus, and our visiting musicians. Your contributions to today's ceremony are greatly appreciated. We have many things to celebrate today. And as Emma just said, you have many reasons to be proud. I am, so I want you to be. In addition to celebrating and recognizing the class, as I mentioned, these are the Leavitt's 125th commencement exercises. The class of 2024 now joins the 124 classes that come before them and officially become Leavitt alumni. At last year's graduation, I asked any alumni present to stand and be recognized. It proved to be a pretty powerful display and demonstration to the graduating class just how extensive the Leavitt Alumni Network truly is. So at this time, I'm going to ask any Leavitt alumni here today, if you're willing and able, to please stand and be recognized. Thank you all. As an alumni myself, I think that serves as a great image to everybody here today of just how far-reaching Leavitt's impact truly is. During marching practice on Thursday, I started by telling you all that this is a big deal, and I ask that you treat the event with the respect that it deserves. And one of the things that I do to show respect for the event is to take my job in preparing these opening remarks pretty seriously. I actually started taking notes for today back when school started in August. Now, not everything makes it in, and there are revisions along the way, but as you might expect, I have it pretty well sorted out long before I get here on Sunday. There are a couple of exceptions, and today is the case. When I left school on Friday, I was in pretty good shape. Things had pretty much fallen into place, and I was on track to put the finishing touches on everything after class night activities on Friday. Well, that didn't work out. There were two things that happened. First, at 4 o'clock on Friday, I got a text message from someone at Lewiston High School regarding our marching practice on Friday. During class night ceremony, my mind started working in the background, and while I was cleaning up in the auditorium, I realized that I needed to make some revisions, and that I was going to be spending a good portion of the day on Saturday doing some writing. You might think this would be an unwelcome chore, but I really didn't mind. In fact, I like the writing, and you all deserve my best effort. Part of that effort is to avoid recycling remarks from year to year. Now, that would be easy, but it wouldn't be my best work. So having done this now a few times over the years, I've used a lot of words. One of the challenges is using the same or similar words differently. One way I do that is by trying to relate my words to the students that are sitting in front of me, and that's where the text message from Friday afternoon comes in. I hope you all recall that before we wrapped up on Thursday, I took for everything you've done and my appreciation for your contributions to Leavitt. I also mentioned that when I'm working and talking with colleagues, I always talk up my students and what they're doing. But when it comes to talking with others about my school and my students, I am always quick to admit I have an explicit bias. I live in the community, I grew up in the community, my kids went through school here, and as a friend of mine likes to say, our families have lived in town since it was dark all the time and it rained a lot. Regardless, I think we do some really good things and have really good students, and I could relatively easily and quickly rattle off a list illustrating why this is true and provide more than enough evidence to prove my case. But it's always better when someone else notices what's going on. When we arrived at the Coliseum on Friday morning, there were a group from Lewiston High School here setting up for their graduation on Friday night. They waited while we practiced and got back to work after we finished. One of those individuals was an employee at Lewiston High School. They later sent a text to their colleague who then forwarded it to me, and here's a portion of what they had to say in regard to our marching practice. And I quote, "It was beautiful. The kids were respectful, pleasant, and so well behaved. I could not believe how well they listened. It was so nice to see." There it is. Evidence from an unbiased, unsolicited third party confirming what I have known and know to be true. We've got a good thing going. The text message was bouncing around in my brain during class night. The words in the text message are similar to words I've heard year after year, descriptions of many of the class night and upcoming graduation awards. This is what got my mind going and ultimately resulted in this big rewrite project. Class night and graduation are dedicated to ceremony, tradition, and recognition. Those three things are not done in isolation. There aren't distinct times for tradition and separate opportunities for recognition and ceremony. Ceremony, tradition, and recognition all blend together, and our annual recognitions are in honor of someone who's passed. In the ceremony of remembering someone we've lost, while at the same time recognizing an individual's accomplishments, these descriptions of our named awards are written with intention. I can't speak to all of them because many were written well before my time, but I've played a part in writing a few of them, and I can tell you it's a serious task. Trying to succinctly describe an individual and the qualifiers for an award in a few sentences is difficult, to say the least. Words are powerful and have far-reaching implications. So I know whoever wrote these sentences took great care to choose the exact right word. Now, I've made mention of this before and commented on the importance placed on these characteristics. I've now taken it a step further. I put my science hat on and I collected some data. Although not as comprehensive as I would have liked, it has to serve the purpose since I only really dug into it yesterday. Citizenship, service, volunteerism. 5 times. Something about having a smile, positive attitude, compassion, generosity, and respectful. The following are also mentioned 1 or 2 times: perseverance, honesty, optimism, cooperation, hard work, determination, dedication, enthusiasm, unselfishness, and poise. We are a community, and as a community we have chosen to celebrate and recognize individuals who live up to these words. So clearly they are a big deal. There's a lot that you learn during time in school. Lessons that you learn in elementary, lessons you learn. We can teach you how to do math, solve an equation, or analyze a graph. We can teach you how to write a 5-paragraph essay and properly cite your sources. And we also can teach you some of my favorite things, stoichiometry and how to balance a chemical equation. That's really good stuff. I don't know why you wouldn't want to do it. Anyway, however, based on our recognition and awards, it's also quite obvious that there's an importance in learning how to be a good human. Where this is Leavitt's 125th commencement, I thought it important to take some time to reflect on where we've come from. As it turns out, in addition to providing some context for our shared history, I believe this also helps to demonstrate many of the positive characteristics I just mentioned, as Mr. Leavitt's first class graduated in 1899. When James Madison Leavitt donated funds to start Leavitt Institute in 1896, he had a vision of centralizing the high school program rather than having its location rotate from schoolhouse to schoolhouse depending upon the season. But beyond building a structure, he had a broader vision in his own words for the education and advancement of young people. My understanding is that in addition to a typical high school program, Mr. Leavitt initially offered, or Leavitt Institute initially offered, a 5th-year postgraduate normal program. Now, a normal program, we don't use that phrasing anymore, but a normal program is one in which students are trained to be teachers. At the time, specifically elementary teachers. I think this is even particularly interesting in the sense that even 125-ish years ago, there was a need and desire to prepare young people to enter the field of education. I have to think that even though teacher training has, for the most part, moved beyond and into the post-secondary institutions, a thread of this early program carries through to today, as we have several graduates going on to study education and/or have taken part in the early childhood education program at LRTC. Members of the class of 2024 join the legion of alumni who have gone off into the field of education, many of whom have come back to join the Leavitt faculty. Another aspect of Mr. Leavitt's vision for the education of local students was clearly stated in the inscription that hangs on the wall below his portrait in the Leavitt Institute building. The plaque reads, "This building is presented to the town of Turner by James Madison Leavitt as a token of his love for his early town and in sympathy with the cause of progressive education." Again, words chosen on purpose. Progressive education isn't a term that we hear much anymore. It was pretty popular in the early 1900s, but many of the ideals carry through to today. Think terms like hands-on and experiential learning. Programs that include aspects of community service or collaborative work would all be considered to have tones of the progressive education movement. This being a thread that carries through from the early days to today, not necessarily done with the intent of progressive education, but rather because it's simply good teaching. You all had experiences related to these ideals, whether that be in a sap shack or doing community service with Mr. Gray, woodworking or metal shop with Mr. Lemoski, although I will say these programs are maintained with intent and to allow us to be able to be one of only a few schools that continue with these courses since the inception of regional tech centers. You might have had some opportunity to run DNA in the biology class, or travel to Boston with the art class, or visited a Mexican restaurant and eaten French cuisine at a time with Mr. Williamson. There are so many more examples that I couldn't easily list them all here of education. However, 2 of the best examples would be your senior symposium and Hive Week. Just a couple of weeks ago, you all, in one way or another, participated in our first senior symposium. This project required you to take a topic, conduct action research, and present what you learned to others. I spent the better part of that morning making my way through the displays in the gym and talking with you about your topics. I couldn't have been more proud of what you were doing. In more than one case, I heard excitedly about their learning and I found it hard to find a break in the conversation so I could move on to the next person. Unfortunately, I simply ran out of time and I didn't get to see everybody. You very clearly demonstrated your ability to rise to a challenge, even when the bar is high. In regard to Hive Week, you all are the first class to experience Hive Week, and you helped to make it a huge success. Beyond the obvious benefits of being immersed in a learning experience for several days, one thing that stands out to me about Hive Week is that the trustees of Leavitt Institute were so integral in making it happen. The funds they provided us came directly from the fund established back in 1896 using the initial donation from James Madison Leavitt. I can't help but think that Mr. Leavitt would recognize many of the opportunities that students have today as in line with his affinity for progressive education. I recall similar experiences during my time as a Leavitt student. I'm guessing there may be a few out there who do as well. I have clear memories of dissections and microscope slides with Mr. West, theater productions with Mr. Edwards, health class with Mrs. Beatty. If you ever had a phys ed class with Mr. Kahn, you'll never forget it. And there's one physics experiment with Mr. Merrill that went really bad, so I'm never going to forget that. I don't recall with any clarity any specific lesson. Very few who do, but it's the experiences that in all of these areas that truly stick with me. When we got together to have pizza for lunch, it is similar experiences that you all mentioned as memories that you'll take as you leave. As you took time on Tuesday to visit your respective elementary schools, I heard the students I was with talking about memories they had from being here. I have to say I was having some of the same ones. When we got to the middle school, I quickly remembered experiences with Mr. Higgins in middle school science class. Strangely enough, it also involved electricity and a crank from an old telephone and getting a wicked shock. And then when we went to Turner Elementary School, two things came to mind. First and foremost, as you walk into the courtyard, there's a maple tree there. This maple tree was planted in memory of my grandmother. She passed away when I was in middle school. But she was a long-time administrative assistant to the principals at TES. The second memory being, believe it or not, from the first day of kindergarten. Yes, the very first day, I did kindergarten through grade 6 at TES. I think I might have been the last class to do that. But I got off the bus and I walked into TES. Mickey Mouse was my bus, by the way. I got off Mickey Mouse and I walked directly into TES. It's a meaningful exercise for us to take time and look back on our experiences. Not with longing, necessarily. It's equally as useful, and ultimately more important, that we look forward with optimism. Having an optimistic outlook is important. While it's our past experiences that shape us, it's our choices that will ultimately define us. The choices that we make when looking through an optimistic lens are very different than those made with a pessimistic or cynical outlook. Remember those words that I found throughout our graduation awards? I'm not going to list them all again, but they're choices you can make. Be where you need to be, whether that be more school or military service or career, choose to emulate these qualities. Be a leader and a good citizen. Choose to volunteer and do service for your community. Be kind, compassionate, generous, positive, cooperative, and respectful. You can work hard, be honest, show determination, and stand with poise in difficult situations. The onus falls squarely on you. I am very certain that you're prepared and have the skills to do all of these things. So these are all words that can be used to describe you, if you choose them to be. As I mentioned, we all have experiences that shape who we are, but it's how we choose to move forward that defines who we are. Ultimately, wherever you find yourself, your experience will be what you make of it. And then finally, to the class of 2024, I wish you well and look forward to seeing how you choose to move forward to seeing the positive impacts that you have on the community and those around you. As I said more than once, today is a big deal. But it's a big deal today. Tomorrow is another day. People to meet, and bigger deals to come. Enjoy the recognition and celebration. You've all earned it. But get ready. You've got some choices to make. Thank you. At this time, I would like to welcome up Tamara Rusakovich for our salutatorian address.
Hi, fellow staff, alumni, family, and friends. I want to thank you for coming here today and sharing this great accomplishment together. I want to start by thanking the Leavitt community to share appreciation for small town hospitality and the different lessons it has taught me. With a small town, everybody is intertwined, and with this comes people who care about your well-being and success. Most importantly, our teachers, who have been our biggest support system, at least for me, giving comfort and support in a time when I did not have this at home. This support is something none of you should ever take for granted. Some other lessons you can take from a small town when leaving here today. Having experienced 8 different moves, large towns and small, there is a story I will always remember. On my first day of freshman year in the small town of Freiburg, this high-spirited girl came up to me eagerly, asking my name. She just insisted that my name would be Tammy for the rest of the year and ran off laughing. Little did she know I fought my entire family on the nickname Tammy my entire life. Now, this story may seem lighthearted, but underneath there was a girl who had lost herself, and a girl who had no sense of self-worth. My point here is that there is a strange tendency within small towns to make unfamiliar things familiar, staying in this constance of little to no change. Such as this girl making me into somebody she could recognize, rather than just learning a new name. Now, as much as this tendency of a small town is understandable, it often makes it easier for people to conform, to follow tradition, but to never make a change or accept change. Like many new kids do in uncertainty, I conformed, not knowing what else to do, and I became Tammy for the rest of that year. When I got the opportunity to make this speech and reminisce with you all, I felt unworthy to be here because I am a stranger to many. And I haven't conformed to the crowd here at Leavitt like I did in the past. When making this speech, I was advised to create a commonality between myself and you all. But unfortunately, I cannot share that full connection. I never attended Green Central School. I never got to experience those awkward stages of middle school, as I'm sure your middle school dance is mine. I never attended every winter school, and most importantly, I never fell into any true friend group here, as these childhood bonds were formed long before I arrived. By feeling like this stranger everywhere, it felt as if I should conform to this box in order to be accepted, which is what I did that year I became Tammy. But beyond the walls of the Leavitt building, not many things will be familiar to you guys anymore. You may find yourself just to be someone in a large pool of people, a number in a crowd. This open, unfamiliar sea that we all may face gives us these 2 choices: to step forward into change, or to step backwards into the safety of this box. As I was a person who stepped backwards into safety, I truly advise you to step forward, no matter who you are. If you take this step onto stage today, yes, you might risk tripping over your feet. But if you let safety consume you, you'll never have this amazing experience, never experiencing who you could become outside of this safety. When you begin to step outside of this box, you actually might find comfort because you now have the freedom to change and become who you want to be outside of these walls. Now, even though I have navigated my way outside of this condensed box, I have still found ways to bring myself down for all the little things these past 4 years. As I'm sure all of us face these challenges, trying to live up to the unimaginable expectations placed upon all of us. But something we all need to tell ourselves is that success is subjective. Success will be different wherever you go. And it shouldn't matter what success may mean to the other people in this room. It's what it means to you. We all have different stories and different obstacles we have overcome. And although I wasn't here to learn all of your stories, I do know that all of you are worthy of your own success in walking the stage today, even if you are that one stranger in the crowd. These next steps you take are about you and your future. And part of that future should have one big goal: to grow as a person. In an unfamiliar place after today. Don't conform to the crowd. Protect yourself from what does not align with you. Step into change and don't let anybody put you in a box. And to that person who did force making me believe that I would become nothing more, hiding me from my true potential. I am no longer Tammy or the person you wanted me to become. I have proven you wrong, and I believe that all of you are that one person in your life wrong. Imagine that when you step off of this stage today, out of this building, that you are stepping into a new chapter of your life, out of this box. Your options are truly limitless from now on. And if you step into change, you may hit bumps along the road. But remember, growth isn't only about success. It's about how well you persevere through the good and the bad. So create your own success unique to you. Don't let anybody tell you who you should be. Find yourself, find comfort in the unfamiliar. And most of all, embrace this new change, all while making the biggest change you possibly can. Thank you. I'm now going to call out Sam Du Bois for our second speech.
Good afternoon, fellow graduates, families, friends, and faculty. Today's the day. We made it. For most of us students, this day couldn't come soon enough. It's the day we worked so hard for the past most of our lives so far. For others, today seems so far away that it almost didn't seem real. For parents, this is the day we've either been dreading your child all grown up, or you've also been counting down the days till you can ship your kid off to college. This past year for us graduates has been a year of last first day, last sports games, last proms, last winter carnival, and last day of school of our primary education. Today closes the chapter of our primary education and our childhood, the end of an era for us. However, today also marks the beginning of many firsts. First time being off on our own, soon we'll be getting our first adult job, or maybe These past 4 years, this class has been through a lot, from starting high school, going 2 days a week, wearing masks, to storm days, heat days, and the tragedy back in October. However, the resiliency and flexibility that we have learned is truly incredible. You are going off to college, into the workforce, or unsure of what you want to do. Being able to adapt to changes and go with the flow when things go awry is transferable to any path you may take. 4 years ago, when Mr. Shaw sat us down in the auditorium and advised us that our high school years were going to fly by, most of us either didn't believe him or didn't want to believe him. But here we are today, with many memories of our high school years. However, we also have our whole lives in front of us. We've always been told that these years will be the good old days. But in 50 years, I'm sure most of us are going to look back, maybe at a yearbook, and aren't going to remember every detail. What we are going to remember, though, are those key experiences that shape us into who we are today. As we move on, we are going to continue to have these experiences that shape us into who we are. So in 50 years, when you look back and ask yourself, are you happy with who you are and where you are in that moment? Are you going to say yes? See, each of us has the potential to shape our lives into what we want to be and who we want to be. So in 50 years, when you look back, are you going to say yes? We all have the choice to choose what our legacy is going to be. Don't get me wrong, things happen, don't always go our way, but it's how you recover from these things that truly make a difference. As many of you know, I've been playing softball for most of my life. I went to practice this morning. But over the years, I've been on many different teams and had many different coaches with various philosophies. However, this sport has also taught me so much about myself and about life in general that it's hard not to share some of these things with all of you as we step forward into our adult lives. Softball is a game of chance, much like life is. But with practice, you become good at maximizing your chances. But really, most of the time, the odds are against you. So take advantage of every opportunity you get, big or small. Sometimes it's the smallest opportunity that can have a big reward. So I encourage you all to keep working hard and find the path that you love. Find the thing you want to do and don't be afraid to fail once or twice. Sometimes you think you're getting thrown a fastball and you fall for a changeup. I've been caught looking silly a couple times at those. But don't let your expectations cloud reality. Make adjustments, see your setbacks as a learning opportunity and as an opportunity to grow. Now, I've been told to make the speech somewhat short, so I'll wrap it up with this. You all have your life ahead of you, so make it your own. That's how big the reward will be. You're all going to make mistakes here and there, so learn from them as you move forward. Don't dwell on the past too much, because you'll miss right in front of your eyes. And find your people and your support system, because those are the people that stand by you and are stubborn like me and don't think you need the help. Thank you. And I'm now going to introduce Sydney Bullard for our honors oration.
Once again, welcome to everyone here today. To the class of 2024, it's over. After 4 years, we have successfully completed high school. As I stand before you today to give this speech, it would be really easy for me to give it about something completely cow-related. As I have grown up, the cow farm on Upper Street, as many know it, or I could do the typical thing of telling you how much of an impact this school has had on me, how I am a changed person, how I have so many memories, and how I am grateful for my time here. Better yet, I even considered having ChatGPT write this speech for me, as many people had. Now, today I think I'm going to give you some unsolicited life advice that none of you asked for, but are forced to endure, just as I was at the many school board meetings I attended. First, find your people. And don't be afraid to go out and look for them if they're not where you are. By this point, you know I've grown up on a farm, which I love, but brings its own challenges. Each day, since I was 4 years old and began my school journey in pre-K, I have been an anomaly of sorts. Home and sees a new life enter the world, a baby calf, goes to school incredibly excited about it. Let me tell you, it's not many kids. It was me, though. As I went through school, I never found my group of people within the four walls of a classroom, or even in the school building. However, the opportunities to travel to dairy cattle shows and conventions allowed me to find a group of people that get just as excited about the cow crap as some of my peers at school often call it. Oftentimes, when you're in an environment with people that aren't your own, there are opinions that could influence your choices. For me, it was a teacher telling me that there was no way I would be able to get into, let alone attend the college I want to, Cornell University. Or others, making it seem that the things I love, working on a farm, for example, are worthless. It never means they're right. You can do whatever you want if you're willing to put in the hard work. It's worth it. You'll get what you give, and most of the time, it's worth it. If not, it was probably a good learning experience. I know I've had my fair share of those. I know, despite the comments that I've received, and despite the lack of teachers in me, I'm still going to the school I want to. I'm still going to do what I want to do. So ultimately, we may or may not know what happens when we walk out that door today. Take the time, look around you, and remember this moment. Soak it all in, because life will never be the same as it is right now. Especially, take the time to thank your support system. We would not be here today if it was not for them. I know personally I could not have crafted this speech if I hadn't embraced all my experiences outside of school, some of which led me to my best friend Miriam from Michigan, who helped me write this speech. We can say that. So as we close this chapter on life and open a new one, walk forward in life, looking for the good and keeping your head up, enjoying all that life has to offer, both large and small. Here's to a new world of opportunities. And now I would like, thank you. I would like to introduce the band, and they are going to play a song.
time, I'd like to welcome up Gabriel Durazo, who is going to deliver our valedictory address. Before I start, is there any... No? That concludes the mic check. Okay, simmer down. Your laughter means a lot, especially when it meant the world for little me. Little me cared a lot about putting a smile on someone's face, rather than his own education. There's a reason for that. I remember in Colorado, one of my teachers, my third grade teacher, to be explicit, absolutely hated me. She thought that my mom raised a failure, a bum. She didn't like my personality because I was only like that because no one thought I could be something. No one believed in me, and I would sit in that despairing classroom, just wanting to learn, but no one cared. No one believed in me. Of course, I had aspirations to be something as a kid, but it felt like no matter what I did, my destiny was set in stone, and I was stuck with my family's curse. My family has been dealt a pretty bad hand of cards in life. If you didn't know, I'm the first one in my family to pass sophomore year. And the path my family lived for me to be here is a pretty crazy one. One side of the family are migrant workers from Mexico who have a history of deportation and imprisonment. On the other side, my great-grandma was found abandoned on a farm with her siblings and was separated by adoption. She didn't go to school because her family needed her help to survive financially. Survival came at a cost of a high school education. They have repeated the same cycle of living paycheck to paycheck, just trying to survive. Focusing so much on survival, they didn't have a foundation to build their aspirations. However, they're determined to give me the tools to be the change in my family. So Mom, wherever you are, thank you for teaching me to always smile at everyone that I walked by, no matter who they are. And Corey, thank you for being the stepdad who stepped in when the other guy couldn't. Thank you for giving me a chance to build my future. Those with a better foundation to succeed in life have had that built by their families for over generations. Even though the foundation my family could offer me was a pile of sand, they still gave me the tools to start building. But why bother? Why did I even try? Well, I was sick of being a number in statistics. I was sick of seeing my family work for generations for no reward. I was sick of my teachers doubting my success and my top reason. I was sick of my mom sacrificing her future just so I could have one. The work ethic my family has taught me is what's going to bring my family lineage from a few specks in the dust to a name on a foundation. Some of you might be unsure of what the future holds. You can be scared about getting a job after college, or being able to afford a house, or scared about not living up to the dreams that you had because society made it impossible. The bar is too high to reach our ambitions, so let's not just lower the bar, but raise the foundation for ourselves and the generations after us. Instead of society telling us what is impossible, what is possible. I am a statistics. I became successful despite all the odds that were stacked against me. I have proved improbable and know that you, the class of 2020, will be that improbable. You have the motivation, and now I ask for you to break past that glass ceiling. Break statistics, challenge the plausible, build your own story. We're growing up in a society where it feels like there's no hope for the future. And that is why when you leave this building today, you are going to be that hope. You are going to be that future.
Does it seem unrealistic and impossible? Well, that's what my 3rd grade teacher would have said about me being here today. So prove the and be improbable. That is my speech, thank you. Mr. Shaw will then be back out to pursue the academic recognition and scholarships.
So I'm going to invite up Mr. Haylock and Mr. Galway to help me do the academic recognition and scholarship.
When your name is read, please come up to the stage to receive your recognition. The Lead Scholarship Award. The Lead Scholarship Fund of the Maine Community Foundation supports a graduating senior at Leavitt Area High School who resides in Leeds, Maine, pursuing post-secondary education at a college, university, or community college. The recipient, William Ryan Peach. Community Scholarship. This scholarship is given to worthy seniors from the town of Greene who are continuing their education. The recipient, Alexis. The second recipient of the Greene Community Scholarship, Samantha Marie DeBlois. The third recipient, Noah Richard Brisson. The fourth recipient, Braden Connor Greenlaw. And the final recipient, Julia Ashley Bickford.
The Lewiston Auburn Rotary Club Scholarship. This scholarship is given to a deserving senior who is furthering his or her education. The recipient must attend the Rotary Scholarship Banquet and give a 2 to 3 minute speech. The recipient, Nola Rose Buta. Thomas Murphy Scholarship Award. The family of Thomas Murphy established the Thomas Murphy Award in 2002. The purpose of this yearly award is to recognize a graduating senior student from Leeds who has excelled in English and is pursuing post-secondary education. Recipient, Nora Shea Jagan. Legion Turner Memorial Post 111 Award. This scholarship is awarded to a graduate of Leavitt Area High School who elects to further his or her education. Considerations are academic achievement, extracurricular activities, community activities, special honors and awards, and citizenship. Special consideration is given to relatives of veterans. This award is given to in honor of Weston Hinckley. Recipient, Logan Anthony Barragán. The second recipient of the American Legion Award is Olivia Shelby Doyon.
The Catherine E. Abruzzi Scholarship. This scholarship is awarded annually to a graduating senior who is bound for college, with preference given to students pursuing further education in agriculture or animal sciences. Mrs. Abruzzi is a Maine native and the owner and operator of Double Z Land and Livestock in Turner. She is a proud member of the local farming community and seeks to sustain and grow this way of life for years to come. Mrs. Abruzzi has entertained visitors from Leavitt at Double Z, encouraging the next generation of farmers by sharing her experiences and her knowledge. By supporting the education of students interested in agriculture, to make local farming an enduring part of the fabric of Central Maine. The recipient, Sydney May Bullard. The Anchor Scholarship for Visual and Performing Arts Award. This scholarship supports graduates of RSU 52, currently Leavitt Area High School, who are pursuing a degree in visual or performing arts at an accredited college or university. The recipient, Gabriel Nicholas Durazo. Susan Adris and Richard Hobart Award, awarded to a graduating senior who is furthering his or her education in the field of speech therapy or a field related to medicine. The recipient, Alexis Kimberly Bachman. Wallace E. Viles Award, awarded annually to a deserving student who is furthering his or her education in a field related to medicine. The recipient, Kylie Ann Gibbert.
Auburn Rotary Breakfast Club Scholarship. Rotary is dedicated to areas of focus that include building international relationships, improving lives, and creating a better world to support our peace efforts. The recipient of this year's award is Emma Rose Fogg. The Albert Johnson Scholarship Award, awarded to a deserving student who is furthering his or her education. Recipient, Zoe Yvette Stadler. Green Bicentennial Scholarship Award. This scholarship is given to a student in the graduating class, resident of Green, who is furthering his or her education. Recipient, Noah Richard Brisson. The John Biscoe Scholarship Award, established by the class of 1987 to be given annually to a deserving senior who is pursuing a career in the field of education. Recipient, Jameson Jean Ellis.
The Lewis and Auburn Metropolitan Chamber of Commerce Scholarship, Awarded to a senior who is pursuing his or her goals in business, technical, or health-related programs. Candidates are judged on academic record, level of involvement in extracurricular activities, and good time and task management skills fostered through part-time employment. The recipient, Abigail Elizabeth Marston. The Kristen Ann French Scholarship Award. Kristen Ann French, graduate of Leavitt Area High School and enrolled in the 5-year master's program in business management at Thomas College. She played field hockey 4 years at Leavitt and played a large part in starting the field hockey program at Thomas College. Kristen passed away suddenly, but will always be hardworking, respectful, and having an infectious smile. The recipient, Emma Jane Beatty. The Lewis Schaefer Memorial Scholarship. The Lewis Schaefer Community Trust was established at the passing of Lucia to support organizations serving the residents of Augusta, Gardner, Winthrop, and Turner. One of the provisions of the trust is to provide support for post-secondary education to persons of academic promise. The trustees have established scholarships for 2 graduating seniors from each town. The recipient, Madeline Joy Canaboris. The second recipient, Cameron Donald LaBelle.
The Sherry Sargent Scholarship. The scholarship was established in memory of Sherry Sargent, who died of colon cancer in 2015. Sherry majored in business administration in college, went on to receive her MBA and then her CPA. Sherry lived in Turner with her husband and 4 children. This scholarship is awarded to a deserving senior who will be attending college majoring in business administration. Recipient, Braden Connor Greenlaw. Junior Jackson Scholarship Award. This award is a second semester scholarship given to a deserving senior who resides in Turner and has an interest in medicine or sports. Recipient, Paul Bolt Johansson. Clifton E. Jordan Scholarship Award, awarded to a full-time Turner student attending college for fire science, carpentry, electrician, or heating and plumbing. Recipient, Cameron Donald LaBelle. The Justin Maurer Memorial Scholarship Award. This second semester scholarship, in memory of Justin Maurer, is awarded to a graduating senior who has expressed and exhibited a concern and or commitment to the health of the community. The recipient must be attending at 2 or 4 within the University of Maine system. Recipient, Alexis Kimberly Barkman.
Holland Damon Maxon VFW Post Scholarship Award. A scholarship awarded to a senior with consideration to scholastic achievement, school and community activities with secondary consideration to veteran relationship. The recipient, Gavin Gregory Holbrook. The Jack and Elizabeth Smith Scholarship, awarded to a deserving student from Green who is furthering his or her education. The recipient, Gabriel Nicholas Durazo. Lauren R. Addison Award, we have 2 recipients. This scholarship is given annually to a girl who has been active in girls' sports programs and who is furthering her education beyond high school. The recipient, Emma Jane Beatty. The male recipient, Noah Riley Carpenter. The Cherie Sargent Scholarship was established in memory of Cherie Sargent, who died of colon cancer in 2015. Cherie majored in business administration in college, went on to receive her MBA and then her CPA. Cherie lived in Turner with her husband and 4 children. Awarded to a deserving senior who will be attending college, majoring in business administration. The recipient, Haley Rose Doyon. The Mitchell Institute. The intention of the Worthington Scholarship Foundation is to increase the accessibility of college by reducing financial barriers, to provide support for scholars to persist in college, and to help minimize the risk of incurring criminal. This year's recipient goes to Gabriel Nicholas Durazo. Melmac Principal Scholarship, awarded to a student who has been accepted to college, makes a difference in the lives of others and that of his or her community, is a solid school citizen, a positive contribution to the school environment in or extracurricular activities, exhibits a commitment to public service, has a potential to make a difference in the world. The recipient, Reed Garrett Sibley.
The Junior Jackson Scholarship Award. This award is a second semester scholarship given to a deserving senior who resides in Turner and has an interest in medicine or sports. The recipient is Emily Rose Poland. Jennifer Berry Memorial Scholarship Award. This scholarship is given to a senior who exhibits kindness, compassion, volunteerism, and a commitment of service towards others. Preference is given to a graduate entering the field of medicine, Aubrey Marie Oakes. The Chad Swan Scholarship Award, established by the family of Chad Swan. This scholarship is awarded annually to a graduating senior in memory of Chad Swan. The recipient will be furthering his or her education in the field of a technical or vocational college. The recipient is Julia Ashley. Calvin Wells Memorial Masonic Scholarship Award, a second semester scholarship given by the Naziscant Lodge to a member of the senior class who meets the following considerations: attendance at the trade school and merit. There is preference for a student whose family has Masonic affiliations. The recipient is Lindsay Gray Bates.
The Amos Francis Bumpus Scholarship Award. This scholarship is awarded to a senior with a major interest in athletics who maintains or improves his or her academic, scholastic averages in physical education while fostering American loyalty in school, church, and who writes the best essay on Americanism. The recipient, Samantha Marie Du Bois. The Eric Green Scholarship Award. Annually in memory of Eric Green, a 1978 graduate of Leavitt Area High School. It will be awarded to a student who has shown a positive attitude towards school and community. The recipient, Aubrey May Cassangay. The Louise Hamlin Scholarship Award. This scholarship is given annually to a student planning on post-secondary education that has shown effort in his or her studies commensurate with his or her ability and has demonstrated a positive attitude towards school life in general. The recipient, Andrew James Davis. The Clifford and Laverna Newell Award, the proceeds of which are to be given annually to a student of the town of Turner who is advancing his or her education at the college level and who has demonstrated citizenship and good scholarship standing. The recipient, Luke Garrett Maury. The Leavitt Area High School Faculty and Staff Scholarship Award. This scholarship will be awarded to a graduating senior with consideration given to the following factors: overall contributions to Leavitt Area High School during their high school career, and the student must be enrolled as a second semester freshman in a post-secondary institution. The recipient, Emily Rose Poland.
Scholarship. Matt was a 2016 graduate of Leavitt Area High School, as well as the 2-year automotive program at LRTC. Matt was quick with a joke, creating an atmosphere of smiles and laughter. Matt was always willing to lend a hand when needed. He would be remembered as someone who loved his family and loved to be outdoors, especially fishing. Matt would be happy knowing the end of his story is part of the beginning of someone else's. This annual award is intended to recognize a graduating senior who has demonstrated the ability to persevere through difficult situations. Our recipient, Jace Kedman Kavai. Scholarship Award. This scholarship is given annually to a member of the top 10 from each of the schools in the Kennebec Valley Athletic. Cameron Donald Lavelle. The Eldon Addington Scholarship, to be given in memory of Eldon Addington, who felt strongly about the value of vocational school, the hands-on skills of people. This scholarship is to be presented annually to a senior entering vocational school with incidental considerations to school citizenship. Our recipient is Cameron Donald Lavelle. The Maine Community Bank Award. This scholarship is given to a graduating senior who will be attending a 2- or 4-year college, university, or technical school and demonstrates high standards in character, leadership, and citizenship. Recipient is Maddox Scott Demers.
Arts Award. The Visual Performing Arts Supporters annually provides scholarships for graduating seniors to be awarded the second semester of their freshman year at college or university. In order to be eligible, a student needs to have taken or participated in the Fine Arts Department and complete the provided application. Special consideration is taken into consideration for those that have had a significant impact within Leavitt's Visual and Performing Arts Department. This year, there are 2 distinguished recipients and 4 honorable mentions. Gage Tremblay, please come forward. The Maine Blue Collar Scholarship Foundation. This scholarship is intended to help students gifted with the ability to work with their hands towards educational costs or as toolships to purchase the necessary equipment for their trade. This year, the foundation awarded 100 scholarships for a total of $175,000 to students throughout the state of Maine. The Maine Blue Collar Scholarship Foundation aims to break down barriers and reinvigorate the trades that built America. This year's recipient, Colton Taylor. These scholarships and scholarships and awards that I'm going to read off now, I just ask that you stand and be recognized. Julie Bickford, the Police Athletic League Scholarship. Noah Brisson, the Police Athletic League Scholarship. Nola Butcha, Police Athletic League Scholarship. Jada Booten, Estelle Schwinnard Memorial Scholarship, Baking and Pastry Arts Scholarship, Cisco Food Service of New England Outstanding Student of the Year Award. Samantha DuBois, the Franco-American Scholarship, the Charles Davidson Endowment, Police Athletic League, in Eastern Oklahoma. Haley Doyon, the Green Label Hospitality and Restaurant Management Scholarship. Olivia Doyon, the Police Athletic League Scholarship. Gabriel 7 Plus Scholarship, the Field Scholarship, Emergency Campus Leader Scholarship, Experience Illinois Tech Scholarship, and Science and Technology Scholarship. Emma Fogg, the Franco-American Scholarship. Braden Greenlaw, the Worthington Scholarship Foundation, and the Franco-American Scholarship. Gavin Holbrook, Police Athletic League Scholarship. Annabelle Keller, the Bryant University Academic Merit Scholarship. Jay Snegley, the Gaziano Award Scholarship. Sandra Struckman, Inspire Maine Pathways Scholarship. Meade Sibley, Worthington Scholarship Foundation. And Annabella Sturtevant, the Parsons Family Scholarship. And Colton Taylor, the Maine Blue Collar Scholarship Foundation. Our final recognition is the Class of 1956 Award. Established by the Class of 1956 as their class gift, the Class of 1956 trophy is to be awarded annually to the senior who has made the greatest all-around contribution to Leavitt during 4 years. This year's recipient, Noah Riley Carpenter. Congratulations, everyone, on your awards and recognition.
Up next, we have the Leavitt Chorus performing Hallelujah. Now we're going to get to the part that everybody's been waiting for. I'm going to invite Miss Med, Miss Gillis, and Mr. McLean to step up front here to help me with the presenting of diplomas.
Congratulations, graduates. Our first graduate, Cambry Faith Cutter. Olivia Shelby Doyon. Marcella Isabel Gnip. Grace Laura Bolette. Madison Jane Anderson. Saray Jade Fish. Ray Shay Judd. Annabelle Gray Sturdivant. Dakota Charles Dameron. Jada Kens Booten. Tamara Charlie Rosakovich. Tia Mosier Hallett. Tiana Mosier Hallett. Alyssa Sage Calder. Brianna Marie Nason. Mason Peter Laurier Higgins. Bryce Parker Fortin. Kaylee Joy Kelsey. Sydney May Bullard. Autumn Rose Trepanier. Zoe Yvette Stadler. Emily Rose Poland. Kylie Ray Spagnardi. Ashley Marie Robert. Nola Rose Buta. Maddox Scott Demers. Riley Krista Green. Sierra Sue Colby. Rakia Trinity Pierre. Samantha Marie DeBlois. Hunter Stephen Tremblay. Alexis Kimberly Bartman. Madison Michelle Terrio. Aubrey Marie Oakes. Zachary Ty Wallingford. Cole Bolt Johansson. Jace Michael Negley. Aiden Edward Turcotte. Nash Emmerich Angstrom. Chase Alexander Webster. Drake Henry Gibbert. Xander Chase McGuire. Jameson Jean Ellis. Lindsay Gray Bates. Caitlin Faith Wilkinson. Trey Joseph Duplessis. Dominic Robert Toscano. Matthew Carl Weber. Brendan Matthew Bickford. Elias James Libby Richards. Spencer Jordan Wright. Benjamin Hines Krebs. Tristan Matthew Harrington. James Edward Braby. Cameron Donald LaBelle. Darren Liam Welch. Logan Anthony Barabee. Adrian Gardner Waite. Isaiah Hunter Towns. Joseph Seth Crow.
Haley Rose Doyon. Luke James Susi. Abraham Arthur Purington. Kylie Ann Gibbert. Gibson Charles Dozois. Aubrey May Cassingay. Annabelle Christine Keller. Kayla Marie Smith. Julia Ashley Bickford. Madeline Joy Kenaboris. Brandon Michael Tapley. Tristan Travis Buck. Cade Albert Knight. Troy Timothy Gerard. Owen Conrad Chateaubert. Savannah Lynn Spellman. Cassidy May Pelletier. Abigail Rose Albert. Hunter Allen Richard. Nancy Maud McClarty. Keegan Travis Oxley. Olivia Nori Donaldson. Alicia Lee Bergeron. Abigail Elizabeth Marston.
Yeah, Hunter. Woo!
Madison Nicole Dutil. Emma Jane Beatty. Noah Riley Carpenter. William Brian Keach. Colton Scott Taylor. Oliver Asperino Masura. Mason Vincent Twitchell. Matthew Richard Rementer. Brandon Jeffrey Bilodeau. Braden Connor Greenlaw. Renee Maxine Tebow. Lucas Castro Cano. Gianna Grace Castagna. Haley Lynn McCormick. Ella May Houghton. Drake Henry Ray Bartley. Luke Thomas Gladue. Andrew James David. Wyatt Stubble Clark. Gabriel Nicholas Durazo. Noah Richard Brisson. Sergios Vitos. Gavin Robert Healy. Holbrook. David Very Rouse. Jace Kedman Kavaya. Olivia K. Newman. Noah David Tardif. Austin John Henschel. Reed Garrett Sibley. Sandra Elaine Struckman. Devin Xavier Clifford. Camden Graham Pack. Aiden William Bauer Day. Luke Garrett Morey. Colton Michael Gilbert. Logan Jeffrey Chaput. Caleb John Toll. John Colby Howe. Kayla Rose Gauthier. Emma Rose Fogg.